to complain about how long you last.
And what about I'm not going to wear out your head?
Exactly. What about roller coaster relationships? Because the roller coaster relationship between Modern Family star Sofia Vergara, who we absolutely love. She's so gorgeous and so talented. The relationship between her and her boyfriend Nick Lopez seems to be back on again in a big way. Vergara has been sporting a shiny new ring. One source tells People magazine it's an engagement ring, but others say the actress doesn't consider herself engaged. One insider put it bluntly, quote, "They have a crazy relationship. They break up and make up, they fight, and they make up hard." Do you like drama? Do you like drama in your relationship?
Hell no!
Drama in my relationship. The crazier I am, the better the sex is. It's just fantastic. You got all that hollering and screaming and fighting and arguing, and we in the bedroom doing all that. It's fantastic. And see, if I date a man who doesn't like to argue, I just tell him we're doing verbal foreplay. I mean, he likes it. Because how do you get to the makeup sex if you're not fighting him? Because I don't understand it. So that's why when I'm dating a man, I bust the windows out of his car. Picked up the paper and I tore your car. In the back seat of the car. There you go. I bust the windows out.
Got a nice breeze. Going through it.
I wanted to read you guys this tweet that I saw. Alicia Buckle says, "I love drama in relationships. My relationships are a cross of a high school play and the beginning of an Acme commercial." To me, nothing sounds worse to me than this.
No, exactly.
I agree.
I'm way too sensitive for drama in relationships. I think maybe people can break up once, like they didn't realize they want to be together, but constant drama would be sickening to me.
Yeah.
Speak too intense.
Right, and then you're associating the sex with something bad. That's also negative.
Yeah.
I'm Miss Goody Two Shoes over here today.
I'm with you, Julia.
Thank you, Rita. I think when you're in a long-term relationship, it starts to erode the trust if you're always fighting, because you eventually take those things that people say during a fight to heart. I think when you're dating somebody and it's early, it's sexy. I think when you've been with someone for 10 years and they're yelling stuff and they're throwing stuff at you, you're like, what's going to happen when we're old and I don't have a titanium hip, and you break it.
It's also, I think, what you're familiar with growing up. If you knew relationships like that when you were growing up, if that's what you saw, then you might think that that's what love is.
Yeah.
Or what normal is.
Or what normal is.
Because everyone goes up thinking that they're normal, and the truth is there is no normal.
Right. That's a very good point.
Something to think about. We'll be right back.
Well, right.
Tickets to be in our studio audience. Visit us on our website, thetalk.com. Moving into the Big Brother house. The Bears run 2 girls. But true love is self-belief. This week on The Talk.
Death Bears on Friday.
He's been making people laugh for decades, and now he's helping them find love on his new dating show, Take Me Out. Please welcome a guy with the greatest golf game in comedy, my good friend George Lopez. But I'm going to tell you why that hug is what it is. Before I got anything in my life, George Lopez used to call in the radio stations, and he would call and he would tell me, "Sure, you can do it. You're doing a good job." He would help me get gigs. We are so proud of you. We're proud of everything you've done, not just for Latinos, but what you did for every comic that you ever touched.
He's like
He's one of the guys who used to tell all the baby comics, come, you can open up for me. When I was a baby comic, I used to do shows with you. He's generous, and a lot of guys not a comedy are not that generous, and also stay so freaking funny. You know?
I thought that intimate hug can you, Cheryl, because you had a big fight backstage.
Julie, I would do it. I would lotion up right now. It's going.
If we had sex, there would be a car missing, windows broken. The topics are fantastic. Listen, for guys, the best sex, really, I mean, look at me. Any sex is the best sex. And, you know, you can achieve true intimacy with a partner, but until you're alone, you don't really understand true intimacy. Let me close the curtain, turn off the TV, light a candle. I want to have sex with Jane Fonda. That's what I want.
In the last decade, you have really transformed yourself from a struggling stand-up to a superstar, which is really the truth.
Yeah, well,
I'd like to know, what would you say inspired you the most to become a comic?
Well, I think in the heart of anybody who's real, there's a pulse to make people happy. You know, laughter can heal a lot, and sadness can create an energy that makes people feel better. I've had a sad life, but I've had a great life. And I don't care how long I live, as long as I make people laugh and I'm happy and help other people out, I'm happy. I can say that because I'm on a lot of medication. That's the one thing about Latinos. We don't take prescriptions that belong to us, but we'll take everybody else. I found an inhaler in the park. I used it for 6 months.
Another woman who has had a huge impact in your life, besides you, I know you talk a lot about your grandmother in your stand-up, but another woman on Why You Crying was all about like your grandmother and like.
My grandmother is my muse.
Yeah.
My grandmother is, I mean, my grandmother's racially insensitive, like a lot of grandmothers. But I had 2 black friends, and she would say, hey, look who's coming, Earth, Wind, and Fail. Be racially insensitive and be funny too. Like I said, well, where do babies come from? Horse. Now go in there and be funny. Ask your aunt. She's got 7 with 3 different men. Ask her. But you know, in all of that, I mean, the things you can really put your hands on are the things that really make people happy. That connection of.
What do you mean?
You know, the things that you've experienced when it's not phony and it's
relatable.
Relatable.
Yeah, because everyone else in the audience is like, been there, and then you take it to a comedic point, and you're like.
Listen, here's the beautiful part. With all the immigration things going on, I hired a maid that was Caucasian.
Mm-hmm.
In 2 weeks, she had me cleaning my own house.
Industry, your Team 3 professional.
Do you like what you see?
Are you Spanish?
I can be.
Wait a minute.
I don't think so.
There's enough of us. We don't need people to turn into us.
I don't think so.
I love a dating show. Tell me how a Take Me Out works.
Take Me Out is a tremendous worldwide success. There are 30 women who are scantily clad who walk down the street. They each 15 on one side, 15 on the other. A guy comes down in an elevator.
And then he comes out and says, hey, I'm George, I'm from Los Angeles. And they look at him, and they have a light, and they decide that instant on first impressions whether they're in or out.
Oh, no.
But when they're out, it's like, I mean, it's... So if he has one light on at the end of the 2 rounds, he gets a date. If he has 7, then he goes and turns the light off of the girls he doesn't want to date.
What?
If he gets completely all the lights turned off, then the whole audience sings All By Myself. And he... That song is sad enough, but a remake of it is bad. I mean, I couldn't survive in that. I mean, I said, hey, I'm George Lopez. I'm 51 years old. You know, my grandmother raised me. I was married. I got divorced, and my wife gave me a kidney. Oops.
You have a daughter who's 16 years old,
Yes, I do.
Mayan. What's going to happen when someone rings your doorbell to take her out on a date?
You know, Julie, I don't know, because I plan to be dead by then. I'd like to, you know, I will not let the boy see me, but I will let him know that I'm somewhere around. Maybe a cigarette smoking, a drink, a knife. What is this? I will just...
Either. Do you know what one of my girlfriend's parents used to do? A guy would come to pick her up for a date, and he would say, nice to meet you, and he would go out to the street with a pad of paper and a pencil, and he would take down the license number on the boy's car.
I think you know it's not the right car. It's all right, it's not my car.
Now, is there anything super embarrassing any of the contestants have revealed on the show?
Well, there's a lot of guys that live with their mom. There's a lot of that. There's also, everybody's so, they want to be in love so fast that they reveal too much of themselves. You know, a guy, he was a hunter, and all these girls have cats. So whether you're shooting at a deer, it might as well be a cat. A guy will say, I want a guy that works out. Then you bring a guy that works out, he works out too much.
Right. That's right.
And then they'll get ahead of themselves. It's only supposed to be one date. And then a girl will say, well, I want to have kids, and I'm not sure if it's going to be right. It's one date! He already has kids.
Well, you were talking about you have a brand new show, and you're a full-time dad, and you have been touring. We were just talking about how you've been touring all over the country because you're getting ready for your 3rd live stand-up show. So what?
You know, the stand-up live is so I've managed to, you know, keep myself calm. I'm carrying a little Buddhist rock.
Oh, nice.
So you hold it in your
Be
palm.
calm.
Yes.
This is my 3rd one. The other 2 I've thrown at people. This one's better.
And these are huge specials because it's live on cable, and usually you tape and you get to chop around what worked, but this is just one.
This is just live. So to go around the clubs, I mean, I've been to, you know, Nashville and Cincinnati and Atlanta, and the one thing that's, you know, you guys know because being in the clubs, people are way too overserved. They are drunk, they are loud, and they got some badass breath. I love your sitcom.
Let me ask you a question. Time Magazine named you one of 25 most influential Hispanics in America. You have. 1.5 million followers on Twitter. Okay, but is it true you're going to get into politics?
I would love to become, allegedly, because it's a word we all love to use, I would love to allegedly become the mayor of Los Angeles.
What would you do, Mr. Mayor?
I would fix the potholes for one.
Thank you.
And I would work on education, and I would work on bringing the city. There's too much razor wire in this city.
That's right.
And it's too great a city, and you know we need to get back connected again. We need to connect again.
I love that. That would be a vision that I would make me.
Yes, you should be the coolest mayor we
I'm not sure I can pass the background check, but then we'll see.